Hello everyone, welcome to Visual Arts Stellar. I am Sudeep and today I am back with another crazy motion title animation tutorial on the new Marvel web series The Moon Knight. I'm gonna create the entire title animation just inside After Effects, but if you guys want a dedicated 3D tutorial on this project, then please let me know in the comment section. Now without wasting any time, let's jump into it. Now first of all, go to Photoshop. Here you can see I have already opened the Moon Knight title card into Photoshop. I will simply create a path from it and export it to After Effects, and to do so I will go to select color range and pick the black color, hit OK, and now with pressing Alt left mouse button click on the mask. Now click on the layer mask thumbnail with pressing Ctrl left mouse button, and you can see the selection area properly. Now simply select marquee selection tool and right click on top of it, make work path with tolerance 2, hit OK. Now you can see all the paths are created. Now if I zoom in, you can see those paths are not proper, so in that case I will select the pen tool and start adjusting, and after fine adjustment you can see that the paths are ready to get imported. So I will choose the path selection tool and drag all over it once again and copy. Now I will jump to After Effects, create a new comp with HDTV 1080 preset. I will choose the frame rate to 30 and the duration to 10:01. Now first of all I will create a new solid for the background, rename it to BG. OK. Now I will create another solid for the mask, and with selecting the mask layer, press Ctrl V to paste all the paths that I have created in the Photoshop. Now I have to separate the title, border and the Marvel logo to 3 different layers. Let me finish it and I will be back right after that. Here you can see I have separated all those layers, and now I will create another solid to apply element 3D on it. I will simply rename it to A3D. OK. Now add element 3D effect, go to custom layer, custom text and mask, choose path layer 1 to title, then the Marvel and the border, and for the source here change it to effect and mask. You have to change it, otherwise the effect won't work properly. Now jump to scene setup. Here I will go directly to extrude. Now you can see the first title is here. I will simply change the extrude to 3. Now select the extrusion model, go to mesh view, and I will hide the left part and duplicate the model. Now I will again select the path and alt click on the button to hide them and unhide the other layers. Now you can see both of them are separated. Now rename it. Now open the knight, go to material view and select bevel copies to 2, and for the second bevel change it to 3.1, enable bevel outline and outline width to 1.82. Now you can see the difference between them. Looks good. Now I will create another group, drag it out and press extrude, change the group to 2, select the extrusion model, change the custom path to path 2. Now I will separate them as well. Here you can see all the meshes are separated, and now I will fill this gap with a box. Here you can see this looks good. Now I will go to material preset. I will select red pen to marble, and now it looks beautiful. I will create another group and change it to 3, extrusion model custom path 3. For the border I will create bevel copy 2, extrude 1.08, bevel outline enable, outline width to 0.30, and now I will create another group and create a plane model, change its size to 30 by 15, rotate it to -90 along the x-axis, and just for now I will drag and drop to the title folder just to verify its position. Select the plane model and here I guess it is alright. Now I will drag and drop it to folder 4, change its number, and it's okay. Now go back to comp. I'll create a new camera. Let's create a 35mm camera, and I will move it a little bit far away. Here it looks good. Now I'll select the element 3, select the group 2, move it a little bit higher, and go to particle loop and change the scale to 16, and I will change its position. Now it looks good. Now I'll select the title and move it a little bit down. Now I will create a new light, a new spotlight, and the color should be whitish yellow, and intensity to 180 is good, and I will leave the other attribute as it is. Hit OK. Now press P and change its position to -2915. Now at this point go back to element 3D layer and go to render setting, shadows, enable shadow, ray trace. Let me change it back to shadow mapping for now, and shadow map to 4096, and the spotlight depth bias to 0. Now go back to light, go to 2-second keyframe position, go to 6-second, and I'm gonna change its position. For position X, I'll change it to negative 3805.7. For Y position, negative 2901, and for Z position, negative 885.7. And now I will open the light option, and at 2-second I will change the cone angle to 154 and cone feather to 87. Add keyframe for both of them. Go to 6-second, change cone angle to 119 degree and cone feather to 100. And now I will jump back to element 3D layer. For group 4, change position Z to negative 28. Now it looks good. At 00, I will go for the group 1, position Z, change it to 65, keyframe it, go to 2-second, change it back to 0, and then I will go for group 2, change its position to 41, keyframe it, go to group 3, change its position Z to 35, keyframe it, and press, and with selecting the layer, press U to open on to see all the keyframe. Go to 4-second, jump back to 0. Now go back to render setting again, change it to ray trace, and now change the shadow multiplier to 4 and shadow sample to 4. But remember, it could slow down your render system. So for now I will go back to 1, and now at 2-second I will select the group 1, particle loop, particle size Z size, create a keyframe. At 6 I will change it to 2.3. Now you can see the shadow is moving properly, and now I will create a new ambient light. I will choose them intensity 20, and for the color I will put it manually. You can also copy it, or you can make it on your own. Now it looks good. Now I'll create another black solid for vignette effect. Select the ellipse tool and actually double click on it. It will create a mask, invert it, and now up the feather value, and Now I will modify the mask. And I will change the blend mode to multiply, down the opacity, and also I can change the solid color to somewhere like this. And now I will add an adjustment layer, add curve effect. Now it looks good. Now I will add smokes, put them under the adjustment layer, and I will create mask for both of them. Add tint effect on it. I'm gonna choose a darker gray value to map white, and I'm gonna copy the tint effect to another footage, down the opacity a little bit, and I will make them appear from 2 seconds. And now I'll trim the composition down to 601. Let's jump back to render setting. Right now I'm gonna add ambient occlusion, quality to high. Now go to output, multisample to 16, super sampling 4, enhance multisampling, sampling and aliasing, smoothing 8, go back to shadow, sample 2. And one thing before I render it out, you can see the sharpness of the shadow. It should be a little softer at the edge. So uh, let's double click the spotlight, and here you can see the shadow diffusion. Let's change it to somewhere like 70, and see, the result is already good. Press OK, and it's done. Now I'm gonna render it out and meet you at the end. So I think you guys have found this tutorial useful. If yes, then please hit the like button and share it with others. And don't forget to subscribe the channel and hit the bell icon to get the notification as soon as I upload a new content in future. So that's it for today. I'll be back with another video tutorial. Till then, be happy, be creative. Bye bye.